James, do you want to jump in, mate?
Yeah, of course. Ibby, how you doing? How's things?
I'm good, have you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, not too bad at all. So you're fighting Jonny Phillips. He last fought against Hopey Price on the Matchroom cards last year. He's kind of the type who wants to kind of come forward and want to brawl with you, kind of put you off your rhythm. How do you anticipate dealing with that? And is a brawl type of fight something of a side that you want to show, like maybe next?
No, I think in this fight I want to try and box more because I think in the other fights came out too quick and was throwing too many punches. And I think with him, it's that he's tough, so it'll be a good test for me. And I need to step up anyway. So,
How many rounds is this scheduled for?
6 rounds.
6 rounds. So you're stepping up from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
Do you envisage any difference in going those extra 2 rounds?
No, I'm just gonna go exactly how I would for the 4. I think I'm fair enough. I think 6 suits my style more.
In your preparation for this fight, and obviously in general anyway, in preparation, you've been sparring Campbell Hatton, who's obviously he's just turned pro. He's going to be out soon. Talk to me about like learning off of and sparring with Campbell and how you expect him to do in the pros.
Yeah, I think he'll do well. He's really fit and strong, just like his dad. How his dad was. He's got a similar style to his dad. So yeah.
Yeah, and it was interesting speaking to Jonny because obviously he fought Hopey, and he said to us guys, he said that he rates Hopey a little bit higher than he rates you. And I know you guys are kind of like side by side, and you've mentioned wanting to fight Hopey down the line. What's your reaction to another fighter, in his opinion, having Hopey just that little bit better than you?
That's his opinion, to be fair. I can't argue with it. He's already fought him, but he's going to fight me on Saturday, and he can judge off like the performances then.
Does that kind of put in your mind that you want to beat Jonny better than maybe Hopey did?
No, I'm just going to go out there just as I'm planning on doing anyway and beating him the exact same way.
And how about like the transition from the amateur game to the pro game? Like this will be your third fight out, so maybe you're not quite there yet. But how has it been so far?
It's been good, but I think I've been taking like some daft shots because I've been going out of pace, like the same pace you would in amateurs. So just going to slow it down a bit.
When you say you've been taking like daft shots and that shots in your fights, are you someone that looks back at your fights and scrutinizes yourself?
Yeah, usually because like I could see the shots coming, but I was getting hit with them anyway. So.
And I want to also ask you as well. Look, you're a young guy. You're a boxer as well. So in terms of this pandemic, not only is it taking out this period where being a young fighter, you'd fight like 5 or 8 times a year, and in your social life, you'd be out if you were that type of guy, socializing, maybe partying, but maybe not that type. But you'd be out anyway with your friends. But both those kind of sides have been restricted for you. So for being a young guy, how have you kind of coped with this lockdown?
Locally for us, the boxing gyms are still open because we're professionals. So it's been all right in terms of I could still get my exercise and stuff in. But other than that, he has been hard to deal with because not much places are open and you can't meet up with friends.
Mm-hmm. All right, appreciate your time. Wish you all the best of the weekend.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. Go to Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Ibrahim. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Talking about this opportunity, you haven't fought since the Quid Carroll show in Manchester, with the best part of nearly a year out of the ring. How have you felt for it? Have you been frustrated? Have you used it to kind of your own betterment? How do you feel about it all?
I think I was more frustrated at the beginning, but I've just been at the gym learning, so I've just thought of it as time to like improve myself.
What in particular have you been working on during this period?
I've been working on all sorts, just mainly like slowing it down and picking my shots, not rushing in, and making sure I don't get hit with stupid shots.
With this being your first fight behind closed doors as well, how have you kind of prepared yourself mentally for that experience? It'd be very different to what I'm sure you've been used to so far. I know you've only had 2 fights, but it'd be a very different experience to what you're used to.
Yeah, it will be different, but I think it'll be similar to the one when I fought on the quick card undercard, because we fight at the beginning and not many people are there anyway.
Do you feel a pressure to capitalise on this opportunity, Ibrahim, to make sure that, you know, you impress everybody? So if we are continuing to stay in the current circumstances, when the next lot of shows are released, or maybe on one of the later cards, you will get an opportunity to get back on because you did such an impressive job?
Yeah, definitely. I'm obviously going to be looking out to impress, because make a big statement, hopefully.
What are you expecting from Jonny?
Just to come at me, be rough, and like just keep coming at me. Put it on me with his game.
For those who haven't had the opportunity to see you yet, Ibrahim, you know, what should everybody be in store for from yourself?
I think my style's entertaining, because like I start off boxing, and then as I get into it, I throw a lot more punches.
Ibrahim, that's the last one from me. So best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Go to James next, please.
Hello, how you doing, mate?
Are you good?
Good stuff. Just a couple from me. I just want to firstly talk about, obviously, Ricky Hatton heavily in your camp. What's it like to work with a legend of the sport?
It's an unreal experience, and with him guiding me, it's just like I know whatever he's telling me is true, because he's been through it himself, like all the way from the bottom to the top.
Does that make it a bit easier because you know he's experienced it?
Yeah, like obviously, because I know he's done it himself, like can't really argue with what he says, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to touch on, obviously, is basically about the rich history of boxing in Yorkshire. You know, with the guys like from yesteryear of Johnny Nelson, Prince Naseem, to today with Josh Warrington. You know, how much pressure is on your shoulders to continue the success of Yorkshire boxing?
I wouldn't say there's much pressure. I just obviously gonna try and go as far as I can, and hopefully be successful while doing so.
Do you look up to those guys, you know, from around sort of areas and trying to emulate their careers?
Yeah, of course. I look at Josh Warrington. See, he was the underdog in most of the fights and came out on top. So
absolutely perfect. Yeah, big thanks for your time. Best of luck, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. Thanks for your time there, Ibby. That's everything for today, I believe. So we'll see you in the bubble later this week, mate.
All right, see you later. Thanks.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.